Chapter 75. Don't come for my hair, it's a mess. But I don't care. Okay, anyway, here we go. I was going through a horrible breakup, and to stupidly get over my ex, I was toxic and started confiding in his brothers. They were both really kind to me and really showed me a lot of love considering the breakup. They were showing their love because they were ready to shoot their shot, okay? One of my ex's brothers, who I didn't really know, gave me his number through social media, and he told me to message him if I needed anything at all. I didn't think much about it. Really? We started messaging and got deep into conversations. He then asked if I wanted to hang out and go to the movies to clear my mind. I didn't think anything was wrong with that. But I will be honest, I knew that this was either going to lead to the bad things or the very, very bad things. FYI, I have never hung out with him. I have never met him in person, only via FaceTime through my ex. Oh, God in heaven. Every social media platform had nothing dodgy whatsoever about him. Anywho, we meet up and he's super kind and easygoing. We head to the mall, and just as we enter, we run into an older lady and a little kid. The little kid runs to my ex's brother, and the lady looks at me, and in Samoan, she says, "Who is this?" He blankly lies and says, "This is my cousin, blah, blah, blah." I go along with it because I'm obviously delusional, and I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. The old lady looked super confused, and I started shitting my pants. He then says his goodbyes to the old lady and the kid. I go to say goodbye, and she just looks at me up and down with disgust, like she knows I'm not his cousin. As we were walking to the movies, I say, "Who was that?" He hesitates and says that's a family from his church. I'm like, okay, sure, that's a good enough reason to lie about me, I guess. Side note, he's a PK. What the hell is a PK? He's pretty kinky. He's a kiki. Pastor's kid. We go to the movies and boom, he leans in for a kiss. We start making out and we end up ditching the movie early just to go do the bad things. Lord Jesus. I'm just being very toxic because my ex was an absolute ass when we broke up. Okay, so the bad thing is done and he takes me home. That shit was exciting and I absolutely wanted to see him again. So I'm in my dumb feels and I tell a close friend about this guy. She says, "Who's the guy?" And I say his name. She said, "What's his last name?" I proceed to say it and her jaw drops. She's like, "Oi, he's married. He has a family and everything." I'm like, what the hell? There's nothing on social media. And he said nothing at all. He wasn't even wearing a ring. So she digs deep and finds the wife's socials and shows me. There's a photo of her, the guy, and that kid we ran into at the mall. And guess who the old lady was? It was his mother-in-law. My heart is pounding because I was young and I never thought in a million years I would be the cause of an affair. So obviously I'm mad. I blow up his phone and just make him feel like shit for doing this. I call and call, but he's blocked me on everything. So I let it go. He's an ass and my ass is stupid. A couple of weeks later, I'm still invested and curious. What was this idiot up to? I go to stalk the wife's socials, and what do you know? There is a post that he's arrived safely in Australia where she was working and living. He was here in New Zealand apparently preparing for the big move for him and his son. The son was living with his mother-in-law so he could be a books. God, Lord have mercy though. I hope you haven't pursued this guy. Next one. I met this guy while I was already married with kids, and I was seeing him 8 years ago and currently still seeing him. Already married with kids. So let's call the guy Bongaivi. Bongaivi has been married for 7 to 8 years. So basically he was seeing the legal wife at the time when we met. Let's call her Lippy. So I travel to Samoa now and then just to see Bongaivi, and every chance I get to see him, we always do the bad things. Girl, we did everything. Like every nasty thing you could think of. Girl, you name it. Can you name it? And then Lippy found out about me and Bongaivi, but that didn't stop us from seeing each other even up until now. He would fly over to see me and do the bad things. Also, I've had multiple miscarriages, and I know it's Bongaivi's and not my husband's. It's been 7 to 8 years that we're still doing it. We've done the bad things in his car, at his place, and even in the hospital. The hospital? If there's a will, there's a way. I can't stop seeing Bongaivi even though I'm still married with my husband. Luscious, what should I do? From this moment, from this moment, from this moment.